Hello, Moist Voicers. And Jason and I are back with another episode, but in HD. Kind of. About as HD as the two of our broke asses can get. So I hope
It's better than nothing.
I hope you enjoy our handsome faces in 60 frames.
You ever seen ugly up close? Get a good look.
All right, I was trying to lie and let them know that we're handsome, but you didn't have to tell them the truth. Also, you pointed it out to me, and ever since you said, I like how my mic is giving this red glare to my face, I feel like it's got increasingly more glaring since you've said it.
So it's going to get worse because we're losing daylight right now. So as the sun goes down, I'm looking more and more like I'm playing Floor is Lava.
I think you go turn that big light back on. It's so distracting.
But look. No, this is the best part.
You just, that's some Star Wars shit.
Right.
I think you go turn that light back on. All right, Moist Voices, while he does that, let's do this. Not only are sea lions totally adorable, but they're also musical. They're the only animal that can clap to a beat. Although it may sound counterintuitive, your small intestine is actually the largest internal organ in your body. You actually lose a percentage of your taste buds while on an airplane. That might explain a lot about those less than stellar in-flight meals, or why you find yourself craving the saltiest foods while in the sky. According to the Guinness World Records, the world's heaviest watermelon weighed 350 pounds. Jason's head would beat that record out of the water if it were classified as a melon. Pun intended. And that's the news, baby. This acid reflux is killing me, bro. I couldn't even finish that.
I can't argue about that, though, because my fucking head is large.
I can't say shit either, bro. They call me the white George Lopez. Just if I was a skinny guy, I'd still have a melon.
I'd call you like a Ralphie May in training myself.
That's not even an insult.
Weight-wise, it is. Funny-wise, it's actually a compliment.
Way bigger than me.
Yeah, that's why I said in training. But funny-wise, it's a straight-up compliment because Ralphie May was a hilarious man.
He was.
He's very funny, especially representing fat guys like us.
Before we go any further, because I read something about it yesterday. I want to talk about it. Did you hear about the actress that was stabbed with a knife? She's a famous one. Reese
Witherspoon?
No, with a knife.
Right. I got bit by a wolf.
What?
Where? No, just a regular one. Yeah. That's a classic dad joke right there.
That was good.
Right. That's all I know. So yes, as he alluded to at the beginning, the video in this episode is brought to you by Sweet Tits, none other than
well, some of it. She bought his camera.
Yes, she did.
And no, you know what? I'm not even going to get into that whole fiasco.
Anyway, yes, her Amazon account provided the webcams, and I have a nice crispy one, and now I fully admit you can see my ugly ass in all of my HD glory. For those who are wondering, yes, my head is still extremely shiny, hence the hat. And it's bad. It's even worse in high definition. It looks like God is shining his light directly upon my forehead. But yeah, we were tinkering around with them. We're really happy to have these new webcams. They are amazing, I have to admit.
Yeah, for the price, they were definitely a significant step up as far as what he had and also what I had.
Funny enough, I don't know what the price was. So don't even tell me because I don't want to know.
So on Prime Day, I'm telling you anyway. Prime Day, it was like $129.
That's actually not horrible.
And I did mine in 3 installments because I'm that guy.
Because you're that guy. Well, let me tell you what kind of guy I am. Apparently, I'm a fucking snitch. So
absolutely. Is he a snitch?
Yeah. It was unintentional, but let's get into this. I'm gonna explain this. Let me do the whole thing, and then you can add your tidbits in because I will admit right off the rip, it was my fault.
So he's gonna tell you his perspective, and then I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened.
That's fair. So Matt texted me, or he called me. I'm talking on the phone.
No, we were in Discord.
Well, we were in Discord. You're right. I'm sorry. He goes, I see our cams are coming in tomorrow. I said, Cam. I said, oh, baby, he's ruining Christmas presents. I said it as a joke. I was trolling. I didn't realize it was actually going to be one of my presents. And Rachel like ripped around and did a 180. Like you just called her see you next Tuesday. And she was immediately pissed off at Matt, not knowing that it wasn't his fault. And then as it came out, it turned out to be my fault because I'm me and it's always my fault. And she ended up being very mad at me because despite Matt not believing her, she really was going to hold off till my birthday, which is in October, to give this to me. But in the end, it worked out better because I got it early and the podcast is the better for it. So I think it worked out better. But inadvertently, I tried to make a joke. I tried to throw him under the bus. It was a mistake on my part. It was a misunderstanding. And so publicly, I apologize.
Tried to throw me under the bus?
Well, I did. Yeah, I ran you over, backed up, and hit you again.
Moist Voicers. This is what happened. We're chatting. I checked Amazon to see if it was coming in, as intended, as they told us they were coming in. I was like, oh shit, they are. They're delivering ours tomorrow. Which, funny enough, you got yours. You still ended up getting yours a day after mine.
Yes.
And I ordered mine like way after she ordered yours.
Side note for everybody: at this point in juncture, I knew nothing about this webcam,
and I did not know this.
Right.
So correct. When I said something, because I checked, because when I order something and it's something I want, like I make sure it's on schedule for when they say it.
I do the same thing. Check that bitch every like 4 hours.
And so I was like, oh shit, all right, cams are coming in tomorrow instantly, without fucking hesitation. He said he was right. He screamed out, babe, you got cams for Christmas? Matt ruined it. Matt told me, like instantly just snitched on me. But as soon and he tried to say afterwards, he's like, I didn't snitch on you. No, I didn't mean it like that. It wasn't how I intended. And I was like as soon as he yelled, babe, I knew. I was like, oh fuck, he wasn't supposed to know. And I yelled. I was like, don't you fucking say anything. Don't you fucking do it. And he still did it. And he still fucking did it. I was yelling, don't you fucking, I got a VOD on Kick to prove it.
It was funny too.
No, it wasn't.
It was funny until it was my fault. Then it wasn't funny.
Because I didn't know. Because when she messaged me, she asked me, she wanted to pick my brain what cameras to get. And I sent her some really cheap options for like really good price. They were
she found this one.
Yeah, they were half of what this cost. I didn't know this one existed.
That's what she said. She said she sent that one to you, and you were like, I didn't even know they made this. I need to get this for myself.
Because like they have like I had the C920, and then they had like the C920S, the C922X, and stuff like that. And so like they all get better as it goes up. And like the last that I knew that Logitech made a good webcam for a cheap price was like the C922X. Like I hadn't heard they made a better one than that. So
what is this one?
It's just it's called the Logi Cam.
Oh,
it's like a Logi Stream Cam or something. It's made for streaming. Yeah, like they made it specifically for it. So I didn't know this existed. So when she sent it to me, I'm gonna get this one. I looked at it. I was like, oh, okay. So when I looked at it, I said, oh, the only thing you need to do is make sure he has a USB-C port on his laptop. Right. And she came back like a minute later, like just quick. So I thought she went and fucking asked him about it. So I thought that's when she was telling him. I didn't. Correct. I was none the wiser. I didn't know.
Right. So the context on this one was I had gone to bed and she texted me and said, does your laptop have a USB-C? I thought because she had a sleepover in the living room with the kids, I thought she was trying to plug her phone in to charge it. I'm none the wiser still, but Matt didn't know that. So the whole thing just got spun around and it ended up going bad for me.
And me at the start, and probably still me now that we're talking about it.
No, she's not mad at you. She's mad at me now. But I told her, hey, hit you up. I'm sure that you can find something else that I might need.
So why?
Which I'm sure she will.
So why is she mad at you still? What did you do?
So she's mad at me because I am very hard to shop for. Because, all right, hear me out. We have a house. We have vehicles. I don't need anything. I get socks and boxers when I need it. Like I'm hard to shop for because I don't need much. And anything that you like, she's talking like, hey, what do you think about this? I'm like, It's not that I'm not excited about things. I just, off the top of my head, I can never think about something I need. So I'm hard to shop for, unless you just get me like knickknacks and shit. So she's upset at me that I inadvertently ruined one of my own presents because now she has to laboriously find something else to get me. So that's why she's going to be hitting you up again, probably. To which I made a joke. Yeah, I made a joke. I was like, oh, now that I know that you and Matt are having fucking secret conversations behind my back.
So I didn't like when you made that joke because that insinuated a person that I'm not. But
that's why I made the joke, because I know that you're not.
No, I'm not saying I ain't never been with married women before, but not friends.
Oh, I mean, no, of course.
Never friends. Never. Not
does
once.
My cousin's wife's mother count?
No.
No?
No, I think you get a pass on that. Wait. Cousin's wife's mother.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not blood. No, I think you get a pass.
No. Well, I get a pass now. I did not get a pass at the time. They were not happy.
Well, it wouldn't be the same. Anyway, the only conversations that her and I have had were about you.
I know. Yeah, but you know what, though? Isn't that how most of those conversations start? Like, oh,
you're digging. Just stop. Just let it go. No.
It was a funny joke because I know that you're not, and I know that you never would. So that's why it was a funny joke. Now, if I thought there was anything else there, I wouldn't make a joke. I'd come to you directly and be like, hey, motherfucker, what you talking to my lady behind my back for?
Yeah, plus I got enough married women. I don't need another one.
You got enough girl problems going on right now, don't you?
It's not my fault, bro. I'm a magnet. Well, okay, so there is one special, justification reasoning, but the rest is just I'm a magnet, bro. I can't control it. So in the history of all of it, and people have called me lots of things because of this, and it is what it is, but the majority, by majority, I mean everyone but one of them, they sought me out. They already had a foot out of the door. You know what that's like.
My specialty was married women, unhappily married women.
Every single one of them, they already had the foot out the door. The only main thing is they were basically single. They just still had paperwork that said otherwise.
Mine were not.
So like I know people look at me like I'm some shitty person, but like it's not my fault.
No, they're looking for an
got
excuse
to where they were. They just happened to find me when they got there.
Yeah. I've always said, look, unhappily married women and single mothers, they seek me out. I can't help that for some odd reason, they find something in me that they're looking for, whether that be, hey, he's a loyal dude, that he's nice to me and talks to me and actually has conversations with me. I can't help that. I'm a conversational person. I need to be able to talk to you. We've talked about this. This is one of our topics. Like, I need to be able to hold a conversation with you. And if I can't do nothing with you. So I feel like certain women seek that out. They just want somebody to talk to. And if that leads to something else,
you got to make them feel pretty and mean it.
You got to make them feel valued. I feel like valued is a big part of it. But I mean, I'm not going to apologize for me being
That's not just women, though. I think men want to be valued too. They just don't want to. They don't want to say it.
Certain men, I'll say it. I want to be valued. I want to be appreciated. We've talked about that before. I want to feel appreciated for the things that I do and contribute to the relationship.
Yeah, but we don't care about you. We're talking about the masses.
Am I not part of the masses?
Just because you're fat doesn't mean you're a part of the masses.
I mean, you're fat.
I'm talking about that's same. You. That's the joke I made.
I'll be the plot.
You just said what I said with different words, you bitch.
Oh, we're back on that again. Okay, all right.
But like overall, men. So, all right, this isn't the type of podcast we usually are, but we're gonna do this for a couple minutes.
I'm fine with it.
Men want to be emotional, but they're not allowed to be. Now, there are plenty of women that I've heard argue and say, you just don't. Like, no. Men, for the most part, they cannot be emotional because women, they look at it as a weakness in men. No matter how much they want them to express it, they still see it as a weakness. And there are a lot of fucking shitty women out there, and I've come across plenty of them that they use that weaknesses as ammo when they fuck up or make like even like a minuscule mistake. You ever just like forget to take the trash out, and then they'll just use one of those things against you because they're pissed off at like so women. I'm not here to hate on you, but I'm telling you that there are a lot of women out there giving you bad names, and if you're one of them, you need to acknowledge that this is a problem. Stop using the men in your life that express their emotions to you. Stop using it as weapons against them, because they will stop doing it. They will close the fuck off. And if you let a man close the fuck off on you, you will never open that up again.
Yeah.
You just
the other problem is that when that happens to a guy 2 or 3 times, he starts coming into relationships already closed off.
Yeah, because the domino effect. People can ruin things for people unintentionally. But like, it's such a simple thing. Like, don't be a shitty person. I think that's a pretty safe thing to say, that it's easy in life not to do. You know?
It is.
Don't use their emotions as fucking ammo against, like, that's weird. That is fucking, you have to be like the bottom feeder of sociopaths to do some shit like that. But there's so many people that do it. I'm not saying men don't do it, but that's not the topic here. Is that it gets used against men significantly more.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to say that women, if you're listening, there are a lot of women out there giving you bad names. You need to put them in check.
What he's really saying is, Moist Forces, can we get a good wholesome girl from Mr. Norstar over here? He needs somebody to just talk to him. Just a wholesome girl.
Man, I just want a good. I just want. Now, I'm not saying I haven't had good conversations as of late. The problem is that the ones that I have had the conversations with, that's about all it can be. For reasons. That's about all it can be. Because I love me a good intellectual conversation, you know? It doesn't even have to be intellectual. I love a good fucking conversation. Get real creative, you know? I have a series of questions that I ask women that I first meet to see how creative they can be, or how creative they attempt to be. And the series of questions, one of which is, do you know the Muffin Man?
Because the other one, if your social security number was your bank account, what would your bank account be?
This is not a joking matter. I'm being serious. I have a series of questions that I ask women when I first meet them to see how creative they're capable of being. And that's one of the questions. Do you know the Muffin Man? Because if it's just a basic ask response is yes or no, I can tell you instantly that this ain't about to be a conversation I want to have.
But what if one of them just like goes real goofy and goes, "Not my gumdrop buttons"?
That's the conversation I want to keep having.
Right.
Because they understood the assignment.
Right.
But there's more to it than that. Also, I have to ask if pineapple goes on pizza, because instantly if they say no, like, I'm already skeptical if I want to ask another one.
I mean, it absolutely does, but for me, that's not the
It's just a thing. Like, I love creativity. Like, I don't always need intellectual conversations. I'm more so I just want to be creative, and I want someone to be creative with.
I like the questions. I have to admit, I never thought about doing something like that, but I do. I
have a whole system, bro. I also don't save numbers for the first 2 weeks because people are temporary as fuck. And if you can and the first day, even if the conversation's going great, the first day, it's always great the first day. Now, can you keep that same energy day 2? Can you keep that same energy day 3? Can you keep that same energy in 2 weeks? Most people don't make it past the 3rd day. That's why I don't save numbers until.
Do you ever feel like you're being a little judgmental though?
It's not judgmental. It's if someone clearly isn't a fit for me and like who I am as a person, I know it pretty quickly.
All right, yeah, you're getting it out front. You're not wasting time. You're saying, look, it's either going to be this.
I don't tell them. I don't tell them this. I'm not letting them know they're under a microscope, because they're not really under a microscope. It's not that I'm judging who they are as a person. I'm judging if who they are as a person fits who I am as a person.
Sounds like they're on a game show almost. Like you're asking them a series of questions,
it's a job interview.
Yeah. Who wants to date the fatty Matty?
But like, aren't they like in their own ways putting us through job interviews?
Oh no, absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Like, what's the difference?
They're putting you through bank account lessons. And, like, can he afford to take me out to an expensive ass dinner?
It's like we had a similar conversation like this before the podcast. Is I know what I want out of a person. I know what I have to offer. But more importantly, is I've done a lot of this. I thought I wanted this, but I don't. I know what I want out of a person. If they can't offer it to me, then at least we didn't waste 6 months of our life to figure that out.
Yep. Moral of the story is you're looking for a good girl. We're gonna take you. I'm gonna take you to like a Bible camp. Get you a real good girl.
Don't you see? You're speaking on my alley because I talked about this recently. Is I wouldn't mind finding a good, wholesome, Christian girl. Because I could teach her some stuff about life, and she can teach me some stuff too.
Yeah, like how big her daddy's shotgun is.
I got one too. So
yeah, but you're trying to date her, not the other way around.
I'm just saying that shit don't work for me.
I've always the good wholesome girls have never done it for me. I need a little bit of danger.
Yeah, no, that was a joke. I don't actually. Not that anything is wrong with those type of girls. It's the reference in which I made. That's I say too many things that would get me a lot of stares at the dinner table.
Yeah.
So,
but would you entertain it though?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Religious, yeah.
Because if the girl itself is super dope and fits me, maybe I just don't go to every family dinner.
Maybe she's not allowed to come.
Yeah. Maybe I just show up on like Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Oh my God. You coming to Thanksgiving? You're not bringing that guy with you, are you?
Nah. I got a really good HR voice. Parents love me. I know how to read the room and I know how to be respectful when I need to be.
That's one of those funny things too, where it's like no matter how vulgar or like off-putting you may be, when it comes time for you to have like you said it right, the HR voice, the customer service voice.
Yeah.
Boy, let me tell you, ladies, for any ladies that are going to listen to this, don't be ashamed to take your man around your parents. He knows how to talk to him. You just don't know that he knows how to talk to him.
Yeah, trust me, we've done this plenty of times. We know.
Right. How you doing, sir? How you doing? Look at the missus. You're looking great today. How are you doing?
Because if you don't get in good with the parents, like you're just fucked forever. So we already know. We know the game.
Right. And who doesn't want to show up for Thanksgiving? Of course.
Yeah, exactly. Because like if I'm invested in you, that means, and if you're like a family person, you're gonna want to do family stuff.
Right.
So I'm not gonna ruin that by not being invited to the family stuff. Also, like some people may say that's like being fake, and I think it's just. I don't think being respectful is being fake. You just don't be that sarcastic dickhead that you would normally be on a daily basis. Just yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, hello, how are you? Like it's so easy to be respectful, but it's also really easy to be disrespectful when you're disrespected.
That is also very true.
Just read the room. It's so fucking easy.
Yeah, reading it, but reading the room is a skill that I don't always have, admittedly.
Yeah, well, that's because you're
well showcased on this podcast.
That's because you lack empathy. You're like the fat Sheldon Cooper to an extent.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't know how to tie in emotional depth to something or people or the situation.
I don't. I laugh at
but it's not his fault. He just doesn't possess that chemical in his brain.
I'm a sociopath. I don't have the ability,
and that's why we like each other, because we're the opposite. We rein each other in on separate fronts.
We do balance each other very well, despite the fact that people think that we absolutely hate each other. We don't. Oh, we're very good friends.
If only people could hear the pre-shows.
Jesus,
and like Christ. They have no context on what they're listening to. They're just hearing us. People would actually think that we fucking hated each other.
They would think that we're about to meet up on a back alley, like mutual conflict.
Yeah,
just fist fight each other in a back alley. No, we're very good friends. We just have differing points of view.
I was reading stuff to get the news part, and I was reading a bunch of articles and stuff trying to find shit. And he's talking to me, and I hear him, but I'm not acknowledging the stuff that he's saying to me. and I'm reading. And after like the third time he talked to me, I was like, I'm not ready yet. I'm reading. He was like, oh, am I bothering you? Is that the dyslexia kicking in? Fuck you.
The first thing I said actually was, well, at least you answered me this time, because I acknowledged it was also the third time that I had tried to talk to you, and you were just like staring off into the distance, and I'm like, all right, he's reading. Maybe if I say something, he didn't hear me. Yeah, after the third time, it's nice of you to actually answer that.
So there was a little bit of stubbornness there, because I did hear you talking to me, but I was so mentally focused on what I was reading, I didn't want to take myself out of that zone.
I know. I'm like,
but I was consciously aware, and I'm not sorry, but I'm also sorry.
No, you don't need to be sorry, because I was actually being a little kid. Like, when you don't get that attention, I keep talking.
So I'm sorry that I did it, but the reason I'm not sorry is because I don't know why, but the last 2 days, my brain has been fried. I don't know if it's because like it's just I'm going through some shit. I don't know if it's because like there's just an imbalance of chemicals. I don't know if it's because it's a lack of sleep. I don't know if it's a mixture of all of those, but I just know that I have been out of it. I couldn't even, we were at work last night, and she asked me to like put up some like price tags and shit while she was doing something. And I was like, I handed them back to her. I said, I can't do this. I couldn't even read the numbers. Like I stared at this one tag like 4 different times before I could process where it even went or what it was. I felt brain dead the last couple of days. So
I mean, you've been juggling shit.
So the fact that I could actually focus and read what was in front of me and like and actually understand it instead of like having to like go in fucking la la land and not be, I refused to take myself away from it. So I
didn't pass up the opportunity.
So I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry.
Nah, you don't need to be sorry.
Oh, I'm not, but I am.
Little things like that. I feel like we don't have to be sorry to each other for it, because we both understand what it is.
Yeah.
So,
and I did apologize after. I couldn't, for the life of me, talk myself into doing it until I was done.
Yeah. You were the 40s mother with the Pall Mall ignoring the kid, and I was the kid. Is what that was. This motherfucker. And I'm just over there, ma.
So speaking of her, the her I'm referencing at work is my supervisor. Her and I are really good friends. She's actually one of few people in the history of ever when it comes to work where like I made a friendship at work, but like we also have a friendship outside of work. Like we go to eat at the buffet every once in a while. We're just friends because like we're really similar people. What?
Is this the one with the weird name for her husband in her phone?
Yeah, Daddy Johnson. Yeah, I tell her all the time that I still laugh at it. And he listens to the podcast, so he's gonna hear this. So, she said like she stresses me out. Like I tell her all the time. I'm like, I feel so bad for best friend because I don't know how the fuck he puts up with your shit. And she'd be like, you don't have to at me like that. I'm like, sorry. So like she struggles. She cannot for the life answer a question properly. She always like gives some sort of back end answer that doesn't directly answer it. And I could probably get the answer if I dissected all of the in between little nonsense that she put in there. But I don't have time for that. I want a straight answer. All the time I was like, you suck at answering questions. And she just because blah, 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 like she always tries to justify it. So we go back and forth with shit like that all the time. And so like you stress me out and she'll walk away from me. So last night at work, she said she uses me as a reference when like people put her in that stress mode where like they're correcting her because like she'll say something wrong, do something wrong, somebody be like, well, this is blah blah blah, and then she'll say, "Don't you mat me?" And I was like,
"Don't you mat me?"
I was like, "What does that mean?" And she was telling me, she was like, "Yeah, when somebody pulls a U on me, I tell them not to mat me." I was like, that's the best fucking.
So she said that to you. She said, "Don't mat me."
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right.
And so she said she just says that to other people when they pull a me on them, on her. And I was like,
you're famous.
That's a fucking compliment. I appreciate that.
It really is. So
when you're just so much of who you are as a person.
So similarly, I have something along those lines. So sometimes I've told Rachel before, in order to have a conversation with me, you have to say my name and I have to be looking. You have to know that you have my attention before you start talking. Because if I'm on my laptop or if I'm doing something on my phone and you just start talking to me, there's 1,000% chance I'm probably not going to hear anything you just said.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. That's a lot of people, though.
So sometimes she'll walk in and she'll just start talking to me. And halfway through, I'll tune in and go, huh? And then she'll go, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, but context, what the fuck are you talking about? She has this habit of starting a conversation 20% of the way in, not setting anything up for me. She'll go, so she was saying this to me about this. And I'm like, about what? I need content. What is? And she'll go, oh, sorry. So this happened and this happened. And then I'm like, what are you doing to my brain right now? And every once in a while, I'll do it to her and she'll go, what are you talking about? And I'll go,
I do that. I do that too. I'm like, it's annoying, isn't it?
Dude, she will go, so blah, blah, said to me this. I'm like, what are you? You're 25% in.
You started on chapter 7. Can we go back to the front of the book?
Yeah, I need the prologue.
Give me the table of contents.
Hey, yeah, you want to know how I know I'm right? I just got a text message from her saying, stop bitching about
me. Yeah, no, we're not doing that.
Oh my god!
Actually, no, we can't move on from this. That's good. But I just wanted to. We don't have a Mount Rushmore, by the way.
We don't have a lot of stuff. We were excited about our new webcams.
If I pull up Discord on my phone, I started typing one earlier, and I was like, "This is stupid," and it didn't hit send. But I left it there in case I thought of something to change it to, and I didn't. So we're just gonna have to take 2 seconds and decide what the Mount Rushmore is gonna be. Because we didn't even bring it up in the pre-show. We were so distracted by other shit. We ended up having a mini podcast episode before the episode started.
We really did. Look, Moist Voices. It's been an interesting day.
Yeah, for sure.
It's been a day. It's been hot. I'm fat. My brain don't work right.
Mount Rushmore, Fast and Furious cars.
Oh. I'm all the way down for that.
Because I also have something else to say about the Fast and the Furious. So, yeah. All right. So if you're not picking Brian's R34, well, you're wrong. Now, this doesn't have to be in chronological order, but if you're not putting that on the list, the most notorious vehicular besides the Charger, then you're wrong. I'm not even going to put the Charger on my list. I don't fucking care for it.
Meh. Fair enough.
R34. Duh. His fucking Eclipse, because, duh.
Nope. You're
not putting the Eclipse on?
Not on my list.
It's funny enough because most of my cars are going to be Brian's because I'm definitely putting the Supra from the first one in.
Correct.
Absolutely. Now I would take out the Eclipse if I had to, but the Supra and the Skyline, there's no, I couldn't. Nah. No, those were best fucking cars. Now, so like. There's not a lot to go on because like after the third one, they kind of didn't really have cars like that. They kind of just had whatever they found.
Fair.
But so, you remember the red Evo from Tokyo Drift?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's going on my fucking list.
Fair.
Some might say, well, you choose the RX-7. Was it an RX-7?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, an RX-7 with a veil side body kit.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Because I don't want to. That's why.
Fair.
Because I prefer the Evo. So what we got? Is that 4? Skyline, Supra, Eclipse, Evo. Yeah, that's 4.
Okay,
yeah. Oh yeah, I'm satisfied with my choices.
All right, so I am, as many people know, I'm a car guy through and through. I bitch about the Fast and Furious.
Everyone does.
Because there are so many like things that are wrong. So Brian's R34. Was it an R34? Yes. Was it a GTR? Yes. But for that movie, they ripped the all-wheel drive out of it. It was rear-wheel drive. And they ruined that fucking car. Anyway.
Wait, did they actually did?
They actually took the front differential and the axles out of it and made it rear-wheel drive.
Oh, I just assumed with shit like that they just put like a shell over top of it. Because that's what they did with the RX-7.
Yeah, no, they ripped the all-wheel drive out of it.
Why?
And made it rear-wheel drive. Because in Too Fast, Too Furious, remember, it was all about the drifting in the corners and the spark plug in the exhaust to make the nitrous backfire and all that dumb shit.
Well, not so much drifting, more so like circuit, because around that time is when like Underground 2 was a thing, and like, you know.
But if you watch the way that they were driving, there was a lot of that.
It was more like that. That was the era of like they were preaching like circuit racing and shit, not so much drag racing.
So for me, it's not the one from Too Fast, Too Furious. It's his R34 from the fourth one, that blue one. That was my favorite.
It was good, but like I just
you like the gray, the silver, with the blue.
I love the stripes. It was just everything about it. I drove that in Forza 4.
Everybody did.
I had like an exact replica.
So
that I made.
His blue one for me, because I've been a fanboy of Skylines forever.
Oh, absolutely.
The blue one, that was Bayside blue. For anybody that doesn't know, that's the most iconic Skyline color ever. It's a gorgeous car. Second for me,
that comes standard. Right?
Yes, Bayside blue is a Nissan color. Yes. Second for me, that a lot of people forget, was Leon's yellow R33 GTR.
Oh, I don't forget. It didn't make my list because that was a side character car.
Correct. That is the R33. In my opinion, is the best looking Skyline ever made. I love that body style.
We'll agree to disagree. We'll agree to disagree.
No, we will.
I think it's too rounded.
I'm in the minority. Everybody hates the R33. I love it.
Well, I would say hate, but like, I would definitely say a lot more people would pick the 34.
It's the middle child, yeah.
It's like with the R35, I'm not a big fan either. It's too rounded.
So third for me is I can't remember his name, but Too Fast, Too Furious, that gold Supra.
Oh yeah, the one that he fucking wrecked. He ran under the sign and lost the spoiler.
The Pepsi sign.
Yeah.
That the same one that made an appearance in Grandma's Boy.
Yeah. I remember.
That Supra for me, I like the color on it, the wheel. That was a dope looking Supra. And then so you got the Skyline, the Supra. I was a fan of the original, the RX-7 from the very first one.
Oh, Dom's
RX. Yeah, just a straight red.
I didn't like the wheels.
They're Veilside wheels.
Outside of like on that car, I feel like they just didn't fit on anything else. And in my opinion, the only reason like it even remotely looked good on that was just because the movie made it look good. My opinion.
They were also big. They were big wheels for the time.
Oh yeah, well you know back in the day they weren't working on aerodynamics and shit. Like they just wanted the car to look cool and then have a bunch of performance upgrades.
So.
Nobody's out here running slicks on the streets, bro.
Right. And then after that, so the Charger, I liked it, but it doesn't make the list. It was a basic Charger with a blower on it.
Yeah, it was really good for the first movie. The story based on what it was and what he did with it. They should have let it go. Why did you bring it back in like 14 other movies? Like how many times are they gonna have to rebuild that fucking car?
At least 3.
Like what the fuck? They should let it go.
Yeah. And then after, as you said, I agree with you. After the fourth one, it just got silly. Like honestly, I thought it should have stopped after the third one. They should have.
Yeah,
but now
Tokyo Drift.
On 10, or what are they on? Technically 11, right?
Fast X just came out.
It's like 10 part 1, but there's 10 part 2 and part. It's like a trilogy.
I couldn't. I don't even know what the 9th one was. I don't remember what the 8th one was. You know, the last one I remember that I could like tell you about was the 6th one because D and we went and saw it in the theater when it came out, which was both a great and horrible experience because we were hauling ass in his fucking Civic all the way there. I'm talking hauling ass, but we were late. So the only seats left next to each other were front fucking row. My eyeballs hurt, bro. My dude. But that was a great fucking movie. The one where Dom had to he had to go against everyone. I remember seeing that one, but I don't fucking remember anything about it.
Barely.
The fourth one sucked. The one that you like, Skyline.
Yeah,
I thought that movie overall just lacked. The fifth, I liked the fifth to an extent.
Honestly, the best movie past the fourth was Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh fuck it, that was a good movie. A spin-off.
The spin-off was the best thing. Fun fact: I went and saw the very first one in the theaters.
Oh, so did my brother. That's why I liked it because he came home and he fucking raved. He was like, "This is the best movie ever."
That parking lot was dangerous after that movie.
Dude, he came home and told us all about it. We got it on VHS as soon as it came out.
Oh, it was a good movie. Strong movie.
watched all the time. So speaking of Fast and the Furious, the reason why I thought about this was, you remember Suki, right? The pink S2000. So I found something out recently that I had no fucking idea. She's only been in like 2 movies, that being one of them, and I think like a TV show that I don't even fucking remember what it was. But before this, she was a supermodel. And I see it. I had no fucking idea. I also didn't know that her brother was DJ Aoki.
Steve Aoki, yes.
Yeah, I didn't know that until the other day when I saw an article about her on Snapchat. I was like, what? I didn't know any of this.
Yeah, Devin Aoki is her name, yep. I actually did know all that. I knew something else. Too Fast, Too Furious. That pink S2000 was the fastest car in that movie.
Yeah, because the S2000 is a fast fucking car.
It was supercharged.
I feel like it didn't even need to be, and it still would have shit on everything.
No, because there was an Evo in that movie. That bitch is turboed. The Eclipse was turboed. They were all turboed.
Don't talk about don't you talk about that Eclipse, bro. That thing, the rims were bigger than Shaq.
On it?
Yeah, look at the rims. That thing looks so because it was convertible the whole fucking time. That was a spider body, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it was just big ass fucking wing, big rims converted. It looked so goofy.
Oh, he said, "Nah, it's too flashy for me."
Yeah.
Oh my, that car was. That's when the franchise. You were like, really, bro? Come on.
That was some dumb shit out of Need for Speed Underground.
Yes. Well, that whole movie was though.
Yeah, it was that was the style back then. Like at that time.
Right, like Luda in his Louis Vuitton F-150 and shit. Like, get the fuck out of here! Like, dude, come on, man. You got who's that dude? The rapper Jin was the mechanic or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Right, it's like, dude, come on, man. Like, yeah, all right.
He was like the master wizard.
Girl, I can bitch about those movies for hours on end. There's so many technical mistakes in that. They jumped the car onto a boat. Shut the fuck up.
With like no, that didn't. Also, at the beginning of the movie when he's topping out at like 110 and he like, I need more nitrous when he's driving the Eclipse, you could see when he's fucking spinning out, his reverse lights are on.
Right.
Why the fuck did his floorboard come out? And why the fuck didn't that play a factor when he met Dom in the alley and picked him up? Why wasn't he Flintstoning? You know, like so many things.
Why did shift in the fucking reverse when the race started?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Why did Brian shift 9 times in the beginning of the movie? It's a 5-speed, bro.
Well, that's just to be expected. It's just for theatrics for something like that. That's not necessarily a mistake.
Right? Why did the 5th or the 6th one, whatever, have a 19-mile long airport runway?
How the fuck did Dom win that race in fucking Cuba? In reverse, while his engine is about to blow the fuck up. It was redder than fucking Jason's face.
Hold on. Yeah, right there. It was redder than that, right there.
Yeah, in reverse.
Because people, like, you suspend disbelief for these movies. People don't understand that a reverse gear maxes out at, like, 36 to 40 miles an hour. You're not hitting nitrous in reverse and pinning the fucking throttle like it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, nah. I mean, you can get a car to go faster in reverse, but you have to tune it like that. They weren't tuning those fucking cars.
No, they're not. Those movies, as I can bitch about those things for days, hours, weeks on end. They're that bad. But that's because as you're a car guy, I'm a car guy. So when I see shit like that, I start questioning it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
The beginning of we've talked about this before. I think a long time ago on one of the podcasts. At the beginning of one of the movies, he's racing the R35 GTR against his SRT8 Challenge or whatever, and they're smacking the gear shift. Motherfucker, they're paddle shifted. You tell me why the fuck they're hitting the gear shift. Exactly. It's got drive, and then you got paddles. Both cars. I can't. I'm gonna get mad and start yelling about these movies, dude.
That was the 5th one, I think, right? Or was it the 7th one?
It's the one where she's having the kid because they're racing to the hospital.
Yeah, I remember.
5th or 6th. I don't keep track because of that.
Oh no, it was the 6th one. Yeah, because it was during the 5th one when she found out she was pregnant.
Oh yeah, when they're on the run.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
Pulling a vault with you,
She is pregnant. They are jumping through the favelas and jump through the roof of one from a high point. She is pregnant.
Ah, she's good. She's all good.
She's chilling, bro.
Plot armor.
Fuck it. All right, let's move away from Fast and Furious.
She had the same plot armor. She had the same plot armor as Batman because he can never lose. Yeah.
Fuck you, fuck Batman. I'm wearing this shirt sarcastically, just like Mark Wahlberg did in the other guys.
I need to know what's up with the Batman shirt.
So I own this and wear this to be a menace to society. It's the only reason, because I don't like Batman and I voice it to people and it pisses people off. I tell people he's a glorified vigilante. He's just he's an orphan who ended up learning kung fu and became a vigilante. He doesn't actually have superpowers. The Cujo said one time his superpowers is money. I'm like, cool. Well, does that mean Bill Gates is a superhero?
I mean, to impoverished orphans in Africa, probably.
It's like Batman, he's a little bitch. And like, listen, I don't give a fuck. He didn't beat Superman, not legit. So he just happened to fucking have some kryptonite. No, fucking Superman's arch nemesis fucking gave him some goddamn kryptonite. It's the only reason he beat him, bitch ass Batman.
He bought it on eBay.
Yeah, he's a fucking mere human that doesn't have superpowers. You tell me he just comes across some fucking kryptonite? No, he couldn't even go to space.
I'm in agreement with you. I've seen there's a Facebook a picture I saw a long time ago, and it was like, if you gave Bruce Wayne and Macaulay Culkin the same prep time, Kevin McAllister would wash up Batman.
Yeah, that's true.
And they were like, Batman's biggest villain is the Joker. He's been giving him hell in wingtips and a crowbar for fucking 30 years. Get the fuck out of here. Bro, wingtips and a crowbar.
Who also doesn't have superpowers. He's just smarter.
He's got a gun that shoots a bang flag out. Get the fuck out of here.
He's like, you're losing to the Riddler, bro? This guy tells jokes.
Batman is the biggest example of plot armor. They always find a way for him to he'll find some technology. You know what he is? He's Tony Stark with daddy issues. That's what he is. He's got all the money in the world.
He's not even Tony Stark, because Tony Stark has all the money, but he also has all the brains to create his own tech.
Yeah, Bruce Wayne just keeps
pays other people. His butler's smarter than him.
Bruce Wayne just hangs out in the cave with a bunch of little boys.
Okay,
you make your own.
We didn't have to. We didn't have to.
What is that? Who's sliding down the proverbial
what are you doing? Why are you? Read the room. Well, yeah, I'm clearly like trying to like say you didn't need to make that joke without saying it, and then you just go for it. Don't make those jokes.
Don't make those jokes.
And even though it's in good nature, those aren't good jokes. Anyway, fucking, he just says some shit
every day, all day, most weeks, sometimes.
See what we mean, though? He doesn't know how to read a room.
No, I don't.
He doesn't even know how to read. He's a golden retriever. He's a bit dumb.
No, I know.
Hey, okay, moment. Not gonna do a let's talk about it. Well, okay, we'll do this as a let's talk about it, even though it's not normal. I want to wish a happy birthday to a really special lady in my life. The circumstances of her in my life it's complicated, but she's a really important person to me and has been for a really long time. No matter what has happened, through ups, through downs, through good and through bad, she's a good person. She always has been good to me, even when she was bad. And I wanted to wish her a happy birthday. And I told her this is the present I was going to give to her, because I felt like it meant more. Because she is one of the smartest, funniest, witty, caring, and giving people that I have ever met in my life. And she deserves to have a happy birthday. Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm not sure if you're talking about a person or your right hand.
Just read the room. Why would you make the joke?
Because I don't know who you're talking about.
But don't make the joke in a serious moment. We've been through this.
That wasn't a serious moment. That's you.
How is that not a serious moment? In what world do you hear everything that I just said and how I said it about a person and think that wasn't a serious moment?
Because you were wishing somebody happy birthday.
And, oh my God, the context there stems significantly farther past the simple have a happy birthday. You stress me out beyond recognition
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I madding you?
No, you Jason me. We are don't. That is not a Matt. That was a Jason.
Hey, I've got my own word too now. Nice.
You're a piece of shit. Well, I am sorry that he sort of ruined that. I hope you enjoyed it.
Happy birthday. I hope you enjoy your day. Is it today or is it?
It was yesterday.
It was yesterday. So happy belated by the time this comes out.
I think. I don't even know what today's date is. I'm pretty sure it was yesterday.
It's a serious moment.
Or is it today?
Know what our birthday is.
No, it's not that I don't say that. It's not that I don't know when her birthday is. I don't know what today's date is. I stated that.
I don't either.
Yeah, so like, why would you fucking stress me out? No, because now she's gonna believe that what you just said.
No, he knows when your birthday is. He's not wrong though. We never know what day it is.
I have no idea what today's date is.
Friday, and that's
I know what the day is.
Right, I know.
I have no fucking idea what today's date is.
Not a clue. Not a clue.
And
I know holidays. That's it.
Okay, I just had to look at my phone. It's the 14th.
Is it? Okay.
I thought.
Not a clue.
I thought today. I thought it was like the 18th or something. I had no fucking. I don't know why I thought that, because like there's no way it would have been the 18th, but I literally have no fucking clue most of the time what the date is.
So is today their birthday or no?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm fucking with you. I'm sorry. I just had to make that joke.
On a day-to-day basis, I never know the date. I know what day of the week it is, and I can give you a general basis about what time it might be. Outside of that, don't ask me shit. I'm lost.
For real.
I go through my day. I put my little shower doors in. I get my little fucking van, and I drive around with road rage, yelling at people that won't get out of my way.
Hey, real quick. I need you to do the Urban Dictionary words, because I need to know what the fucking landlord special is.
All right, so
because I know what a homie fuck friend is. I'm looking for one actively.
Yeah, we need it on the tame side for him though. He's looking for a good girl. Remember that. All right, landlord.
No. I'm looking for a lady in the streets and a freak in the sheets. A good girl. They do exist.
That's a music video. That doesn't exist.
No, that's a lyric.
Same thing as hoes.
Those are lyrics to songs. I have hoes in different area codes.
Not anymore. You swore them off.
No, I can go get a garden hose over here. Go get a garden hose over there.
Oh my god! All right, so the landlord special is a poorly done repair that a landlord tries to do themselves instead of calling an experienced handyman,
and they just paint over everything.
Oh, bro!
Yeah, okay, all right, that makes sense.
For reference, I just did a house the other day. I changed all the locks out and I changed all the hinges out. The hinges were just painted over. Somebody took a roller and just went right over the hinge with the paint. So I had to take a razor blade to every hinge to make sure I didn't take paint off the wall when I took the hinge off. All right, the next one, actually, homie fuck friend. So it's a term used when two friends have sexual intercourse with each other, but with no attachments and still see other people. So this is homie fuck friend is it's a fuck buddy. Friend with benefits, no strings attached. Any other movie you want to fucking attach it to. It just, hey, y'all doing your thing and you're doing your other thing too. You're doing each other.
Strictly physical with a lot of what a relationship would entail as far as just like conversational wise, but there are no obligations. There are no strings.
Also,
you come and go as you please. The problem, it can happen. It can't happen for a long period, though, because what ends up happening is either A, B, or A and B combined. Ends up being emotion at some point.
Catches and feeling. Yep.
Been there, done that.
Suffered from it.
But I'm at a point.
To me about it.
That was a different time in my life. Now I'm pretty sure that I could just have that.
No, I am rooting for you.
But I can't guarantee on the other end.
Nah.
But I know that where I'm at in my life, I'm almost certain that I could have just that. At least for a little while.
People need to know, us fat dudes, look, we're funny. We're going to get you lady if you give us enough time. We can't help it.
Plus, I've been eating tapioca pudding cups without a spoon for 32 years. Feel me?
Takes his teeth out, gains an inch on his tongue. What's happening? Anyway, the next one. You like that one, huh? So my grandfather used to tell me.
Anyway.
The next one is a white expression. Jiminy. It is a mild exclamation of surprise, emotion, or awe when a white man goes, Jiminy, Jesus crickets.
I don't know why, but I knew that was going to be something of the sorts that's
oh.
Because like I hear the word Jiminy, like what else do you think? Jiminy cricket.
Exactly.
It's kind of like similar, like Jesus H Christ. I said that last.
Look here, Bucko.
Yeah.
It is any one of that right there is a synonym with any other like middle-aged white man in New Balances you can think of.
Jason, when I called him earlier, he answers the phone. Yellow. As soon I started laughing, I put my phone down, picked it back. I said, "You're so goddamn white."
Right?
He had no idea what I was talking about. So you just said yellow.
That's said something I do. All right. So the next one's a little nasty. Parental advisory warning. It's called a haswhopper, and it is the act of ejaculating into your cupped hand and then slapping someone in the face with it.
That is not what I thought that was going to be.
It wasn't what I thought it was either, but the name sounded funny. When I read the definition, I was like, wow, all right.
When I read that definition, I thought it was going to be like you put on an adorable face when someone's eating a burger or something, and you go, I can haswhopper?
Shit, in my opinion, that's a better definition, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was going to. I did not. I can haswhopper?
I like that better. I'm going to go on Urban Dictionary. I'm going to change that shit.
Yeah.
All right, and then the last one,
personal pillows.
Personal pillows. All right,
there are two things. Hold on, there are two things in this world that are guaranteed to make me smile instantly that don't have to deal with like family and stuff. Reese's peanut butter cups and personal pillows. Personal pillows are boobies. I love boobies.
So personal pillows are a woman's breast. Usually they're referred to as those that are large in size that you want to rest your head against. Like a pillow, you just grab it with both hands, you cup it, and you go.
Just get a nice in the crevices.
Which I personally
neck support. Jealous.
No, she ain't called sweet tits for nothing. She's got some pretty sweet tits.
She told me to call her that. When I first met her, she's like, "You can call me sweet tits." I was like, "Are you sure?"
Yeah.
She insisted.
She's got some pretty sweet tits.
She insisted.
So those are the Urban Dictionary words of the day, and then we're switching up a little bit for the 90s. We were doing 90s sex acts. They got a little sparse. I was really hunting. Then we went for just 90s shit. So we're just going to change it to the 90s urban word. So today's 90s urban word is the Bruce Willis, which essentially is you have to walk around in a constant state of a hangover, and for no reason at all. When somebody says something to him, you got to look him in the face and scream, "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker!"
That's fucking good.
For hey, how you doing today? Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker! Just because, and you have to be hungover. You have to have like a pounding headache, like right there, like eyes half closed, look like you just woke up from a bender. You look rough today. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker! Okay. So those are the urban words of the week for this week.
That was good. Fucking personal pillows. I need me some personal pillows in my goddamn life. Anyway,
I can't relate.
I think it's a good time to wrap this up.
It's fine. We can do that.
I do appreciate all you moist voicers for coming out and seeing us in sort of HD. What this is,
I call it HD.
It's about as HD as we could afford. It's good. Is it great? Nah, there's better. Do we care? Nah, we're chilling.
Nah, we're good.
We appreciate you coming out and watching us in 1080p, 60 frames officially, because our cameras never got 60 frames before.
They do now.
I could do this, and you could sort of still see my hand. How about it? Anyway, my name is Norstar. You can find me on all social platforms, Norstar TV, just Norstar on Twitch. More importantly, I have been streaming on Kick. Not as much as I'd like to, but I have been really busy, like physically, with work the last couple of weeks. It's winding down after this weekend, so I do plan to stream more. It's just the fact that I have been streaming in between has been good for me because it's been physically, we're getting ready for inventory and stuff. Anyway, long story short, I'm streaming on Kick, kick.com, kick.com/Norstar TV. Get me to 75 followers so I can start making money. They do a 95% split. Fucking the best that any platform has ever offered. So let's start making some money again on streaming. Appreciate you. Yeah, that's it. Jason?
I am Jason, Shades of Idiocy. You can find me here with general just douchebaggery and saying some shit. You can find me in his chat on Kick, usually moderating and doing my thing. Listen, we appreciate everybody coming out and watching our latest episode. We got a significant bump in viewers, so hopefully we're on the right track. Hopefully you guys are enjoying what we're doing. Keep coming back. Tell all your friends about it. We're here. Shoot us a comment. We promise we will answer.
Yeah. Again, we appreciate you listening to our fuckery because we definitely had a bunch of it this episode. I don't think I laughed so much in an episode before ever. It was good. But I'm glad that your eyeballs are now in a much better place because our cameras don't suck, unlike Jason when he sucks my ass.